Welcome in, guys. Um, I just wanted to share a few things about my own experience, some stuff that came up last night. Um, Something I found is that as you go through an awakening, stuff will begin slowly appearing to you. Different beings, whether it be transmissions from quote unquote extraterrestrial beings, whether it be beings on the astral plane, maybe both. I've also come across beings that are higher selves or astral selves of physical beings that aren't even aware of the astral self of them. Um, I think there's a lot of fear surrounding a lot of these beings. Even people that are comfortable with certain levels of spirituality or certain levels of, uh, call it woo woo, whatever you want to call it. There comes a level of fear because we don't understand something, or something might look scary, or something operates in a way that we don't agree with, we deem as evil. I know there's the classic amorality of like let's say something that goes so far as to eat things that we deem innocent. I'm not saying you have to welcome these things in. I'm not saying you have to make friends with it or be nice to it. It doesn't mean we have to squish it. I think that comes from a place of disempowerment, a place of fear, a place of misunderstanding. Because we don't know why these things operate the way they do. Um, they have their different reasons, whether they be beastly and they just need to do these things, or whether they be intentional and they gain some type of pleasure or enjoyment from it. But if we do talk with these things and we do dig deep enough, we'll find reasons behind why they do what they do. So, my main purpose in sharing this is you don't have to fight the dragons. You don't have to squish the spiders. You don't have to kill the enemy. Banish them. You can avoid them altogether. You can tell them to come back again when they're ready to approach you in a way that you're comfortable with, or comes to you in a way that respects your beliefs and your boundaries. I personally have assigned different archetypes to different aspects of myself. So for me, I have in my interior world, my interior kingdom in the astral plane, I have the wizard. So when things come to me that aren't respectful, or are demanding things from me, or are trying to scare me or mess with me, I question them, and then I banish them and tell them to return once they've talked with the wizard. And the wizard knows my heart. The wizard knows my boundaries. The wizard knows my ins and outs. So I don't squish these things anymore. I don't try and kill them. unless they attack me. That's the only time. In defense. But you take any steps possible to avoid that. Because ultimately we want to integrate these things. I think the ultimate goal, for those on this path at least, is to unify, to unite at all levels of reality. And if we fight things, if we deem it as evil, or we deem it as something worthy of being squished, we're fighting aspects of ourselves, as well as continuing the war mentality, the war reality. That leads into an interesting concept where oftentimes we look at things as this or that. So me or you, black or white, or creates war. We want to start leaning into and. It's black and white, light and dark, me and you, and unites, or creates war. So when you come across things that are scary, or come across things that you don't understand, or even come across things that are harmful, question them if you want. You also don't have to. But if you want to come to understand these things, if you want to come to accept and integrate them, which again, you don't have to, you can also banish these things. You can also tell them to come back when they're ready to approach you in a way that you are okay with. But if we seek to integrate and to understand these things, question them, ask them questions, ask them why they do the things they do, ask them who they are, where they're from, what their names are. I could explain how you do that for people who haven't gotten to this point, but I think I'm going to keep this for those that understand how the mind's eye works and how to communicate with these things. I'll explain in another video eventually how this stuff works, or how to tap into it at least. But for now, I just want to reach out to those that do talk with beings, that do come across these things, because these things reveal themselves in the dark spaces, in the spaces that we've been told to be afraid of. They show up in the dark. It's like the goblins in the labyrinth. They can seem evil, they can seem malicious, but usually there's a reason and purpose behind it. So, I guess with that, my main message here is don't squish the spiders. They have their purpose. They're doing things that you don't understand and operate in ways that you don't. So don't just assume that they're trying to eat you. Don't just assume that they are. Don't attribute maliciousness. How's the phrase go? Don't attribute to maliciousness what can be attributed. Fuck it, I can't even think of it. Basically, don't assume things are evil just because they look evil or just because you don't understand it. Come to understand things. Or just don't invite it into your reality at all if you're not ready for that. And that's okay. We're all different places. Yeah, the spider people are important. We need people clean. We need astral beings cleaning up. We need astral beings fulfilling their each of their unique roles. Anyways, let's continue to explore, guys. Let's see what we can find and see what commonalities we find in these spaces. Let's see what things are consistent across the board. What we're finding here. Like I said before, cultivate collaboratively. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care.